to CITC 2323 Lab 2.2 video for implementing dynamic access control. In this exercise, we'll be covering how to use dynamic access control, and we'll be covering how to implement a central access policy.
Alright, let's go ahead and begin with exercise 6.1, using dynamic access control. So we're logged into our domain controller currently. Let's go over to Tools, Group Policy Management. In the Group Policy Management console, we're going to expand the contoso.com domain. Then we're going to go to our domain controller policies. We're going to right click it, edit. Then we're going to navigate to Kerberos Armoring. So let's go and expand. Okay. Then we're just going to double click this. Enable. And after that, we're going to hit OK. Alright, so we're going to close out the management editor. Now we'll go back to our server manager, go to Tools, Active Directory Administration. Okay, so once we have it loaded up, click Dynamic Access Control, click Claim Types Container. In the task pane, we're going to click New, Claim Type. Okay, let's full screen it. Okay, so claims of this type can be issued for the following. Make sure users is checked. And then we're going to scroll down to department. Right here. And we're going to click OK. Then under the task pane again, we're going to click New, Claim Type. Now we're going to deselect User and select Computer. And then we're going to click OK. And we're just going to click the Access node. And we're going to double click on Resource Properties. Okay. Let's do it this way then. Okay. So we're going to right click Department. And Enable. Then we're going to right click Confidentiality and Enable. And then we're going to close the properties. We don't need that anymore. Close Active Directory Center, which I guess I closed too. Then we'll log into our server 1. Alright. Let's get to that again. Okay. So from here we're going to go to our File Explorer. Navigate to our shared folder. Right click empty space. New rich attached document. We name 1, and then server 1, which is server manager, tools, file resource manager. Then we'll explain classification management, and 2 classification properties. From here, we want to right click classification properties, refresh. Then we'll click classification rules and choose create classification rule off to the right. Then in the general tab, under text box, we're going to type confidentiality. Click the scope tab. From here, we're going to do add. We're going to browse to our shared folder on the C drive. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click the classification tab. I'm going to click configure. Then from here, we're going to change the string under expression to HR. Okay, let's do this again. So we're going to change the regular expression to string. Then under expression, we're going to type HR. This means that any document that contains a string HR will be tagged as highly confident. Okay, since that's blank, guess we don't have to remove it. Okay. Then we're going to click OK. And click evaluation type. We're going to click to reevaluate. Then we're going to select overwrite. We're going to click OK. And then in the file resource manager, we're going to click run classification. Then when you're prompted with this dialog box, we're just going to do the run classification in the background. I'm just going to wait for it to complete real quick. Alright. We're going to skip ahead. Okay. So from after this, we're going to go to our C drive and doc1. We're going to type in HR. Then we're going to close it. Save. We're going to go back to our file resource manager. We're going to click run classification with all rules now. OK. I'm just going to wait for it to complete real quick. Alright. So now that it's complete, let's go back to our file explorer. Right click doc1, properties, going to the classification tab, and it's set to high. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin with exercise 6.2, implementing a central access policy. So inside of server 1, I click the file explorer, which we still have ours open. I'm going to right click our shared folder drive, properties, security tab. I'm going to click advanced, click add. I'm going to select a principal, type domain users. Click OK. From here, we're going to type add a condition. Click it. And then under resource, confidentiality equals value high. And then we're going to click OK. Alright. And then from here, we're going to click OK. Okay. Now we'll be heading over to our domain controller. Inside of domain controller, I'm going to go to Tools, Active Directory Administrator Center. Okay. Inside of ADAC, we're going to be going and clicking on Dynamic Access Control. We'll double click Central Access Policies. Then under Task, I'm going to do New, Central Access Policy. In the text box, I'm going to be typing Central Access Policy 1. I'm going to click Add. Then in the Add Central Rules dialog box, I'm going to type Add a new Central Access Rule. Okay. Here, let's wait on that. So in the name text box, we're going to Central Access Policy. Then we're going to click Add. And Add Central dialog box. Type it again, I guess. Add a new Central Access Rule. It's not letting me do anything. Okay. Alright, so this is wrong. The book tells me to do something that I can't do because there is no rules listed and there's no way to add a new Central Access Rule. So, exercise 16 and 17, or steps 16 and 17 in exercise 6.2, it's not right. So, I'm going to go over to Central Access Policies. I'm going to click on it. Actually, do it this way. Click on Central Access Rules, new Central Access Rule, and I'm just going to create it this way. So I'm going to add Central Access Rule as name. Rule 1. Under Target Resources, I'm going to click Edit. Add a condition. Be resource confidentiality equals value high. Okay. Click OK. And then we're just going to close this all out and head over to our tools. Inside of here, we're going to be doing Group Policy Management. I'm going to right click the default domain policy. Edit. Going to navigate to our file system. Then we'll right click Central Access Policy. Choose Manage Central Access Policies. Okay. It's supposed to be a access policy that pops up right here, but there isn't. So I'm going to pause the video and try to figure it out real quick. Okay. So I skipped a small little step where I'm supposed to be adding the central access rule to the central access policy. After I created the rule, I skipped past that, but I went ahead and added it back into there, so let's continue this. Like add, okay. Okay, so after we have it added into there, you want to go to our server 1, and then from here we're going to be going to start menu, command prompt, admin, and we'll be typing in gp update force. I'm just going to let this run real quick to reset the group policy. Okay, so we're going to close that out, go to our File Explorer, shared folder. We're going to right click on document 1, properties, and security tab, advanced, then central policy. From here we're going to select central access policy 1. Okay. Okay.
In conclusion, we covered how to use dynamic access control and how to implement a central access policy.